Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a Floowandereeze deck profile. Now, I've wanted to make this deck profile for a while, but I haven't really gotten to it. Life's been pretty busy and, trying to see if I can afford Rise. But unfortunately, I just, I can't afford them right now, so I am running a different alternative. Anyways, I love this deck. It's explosive. It's perfect under any sort of special summon lock. It doesn't use the extra deck at all, or at least my build doesn't. I don't actually have cards for like a Ghost, what's it called? Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. If you have the money for that stuff for the extra deck, you can side that card or you can main it. It's completely up to you. But anyways, let's go ahead, get started with this, with our big birds, because we do love them. So, to start off with, I'm playing 2 M-Pen. M-Pen is your main tribute monster of the deck. So he negates the activated effects of all face-up attack position special summon monsters on the field. And then whenever he's summoned, he has a Floowandereeze spell trap, which is typically the Dreaming Town. And whenever he's involved, like whenever he battles, you can banish a card from your hand to have the attack and defense of the monster he's battling, which is great. Running an Apex Avion. This is pretty standard. Avion just to negate, bounce back to hand. And then since I can't afford Ryza, I'm actually playing Snow. Now, don't get me wrong. Ryza is great, but this card is underrated. Snow is severely underrated. So, while you control the Tribute Summon card, you can activate the Ignition effect to normal summon 3 more times that turn. And then if your monster attacks defense position monster, it does piercing, and his banish effect actually Book of Moons every single special summon monster your opponent controls, which is absolutely busted. I can't tell you how many games I've won just because of that card. Like, Snow is so good. After that, running the barrier statue, I mean, you kind of have to. If you're playing a deck that plays Wind, you can side it out game 2 or game 3. It doesn't really matter. For your baby birds, 3 Robina on normal summons, which is a level 4 or lower. And then let you conduct another normal summon. And if it's banished, when you normal summon a Winged Beast, I think? Yeah, if a Winged Beast is normal summoned to your side of the field and this card's banished, you can add this card to your hand. So it helps you chain block. Eaglin is the other searcher. He adds the big ones. Let me just set that there for a second and slide these over. Okay. Yeah, Eaglin does add the big ones, so he'll add any of your tributes, the 7 or higher. Same thing with the being banished. If you normal summon a Winged Beast, you can add it back. And then after if its effect resolves, you get to normal summon again. I am running 2 Stree and 1 Toucan. So Stree is a great combo starter. It's really good. You know what? We'll actually put Toucan down here. Stree's great. It lets you, on normal summon, you can target a card in the graveyards, another graveyard, banish it, and if you do, normal summon a monster. It also has the banish effect where it can bounce back. Then you have Toucan, where it targets one of your banished Floowandereeze cards and adds it back to your hand. So, this card's really good with map, especially if you already have, like, Robina and Eaglin in hand, and you have map, you can banish the unexplored winds or something to get it so that on your opponent's turn, once they normal summon and stuff, you can get your line off again to get out the Avion negate or the Snow Book of Moon. For hand traps, that is actually it for the core. This is all of your bird core, at least all that I run. Some people do mess with ratios of Toucan and Stree. I've seen people play 1 Stree, 2 Toucan, 2 Stree, 2 Toucan, 1 Stree, and 1 Toucan. It's personal preference, honestly. And also to note, some people only do run 1 M-Pen. Hand traps, I run D-Shifter. It's too good. A lot of decks just have to hard pass to it. A lot of decks actually can't get around it. And then I run 2 Valor and 1 Ash Blossom. Now, I would run 3 Ash here. If I had the Ash. Unfortunately, it's a little too expensive right now. Hoping and waiting for a new reprint. Konami, please. Reprint Ash. Reprint, staple hand traps. We deserve it. Yeah, but these 6 monsters for hand traps are pretty good. But like I said, right now, I would probably run Ash at 3 if I had multiple. That is actually it for the monsters. Let's go ahead and scoop that up. Sorry about the weird autofocus on my camera, too. I don't understand why it does that. Like, I've even checked its settings, and I don't understand why it does that. For the spells, though, we're actually going to start off with 3 Extravagance. Since since you don't use your extra deck at all, you can literally just a free draw 2. I like to use this over Prosperity because at the start of my main phase 1, it lets my opponent not know what I'm playing, whereas Prosperity will. So if you do this and then you draw into good pieces, they might not droll you, which is hopeful. Sometimes it doesn't always happen, but it's hopeful. And then to follow that up, I do run 3 Duality. Some people do run this at 2. And I mean, I understand why it gives more space. But, you know, activate top 3 cards of the deck, add one of the activated cards, shuffle the rest back into the deck. It's basically just a free break even, get whatever thing you need. It's a baby Prosperity, honestly. And now for the new spell from Battles of Chaos, I am actually running the 3 Advent of Adventure. Now this card, I think right now is about 15. Extravagance is like 10, 15 right now as well. But the great thing about Advent of Adventure is it actually lets you win in time. I actually won in time with this card. So you can banish a winged beast monster from your hand or face up on the field to add a Floowandereeze monster or their field spell. It does say Floowandereeze field spell, so if they do get another one in the future that is labeled as Floowandereeze, you can add it off this. And then you gain 500 life points. Easy as that. It's pretty simple. So most of the time you're either searching your combo piece birds or you're searching this. So the Magnificent Map. You know, during the main phase, you reveal a level 1 Floowandereeze monster in your hand, banish a different Floowandereeze card, so one with a different name from your deck, face up, and then if you do, you just get to normal summon that monster. So it's an extra normal summon, and it'll let you start your stuff. And then if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can just normal summon a Floowandereeze monster. And you get your whole lines again. I do follow that up with 1 Terraforming to search it. Some people still run 3, but I am actually only running 2 Book of Moon right now. I'm probably going to replace these with the dual terminal ones that just recently came out, because I did pull a bunch of them. And then the last 2 spells I'm actually playing are a Unexplored Winds and a Called By. Called By is great, stops hand traps. If someone ashes or someone drolls you, it's probably going to autofocus like crazy. Yeah, it did. Yeah, if someone tries to ash you or droll you, or anything in that way, the Called By, even though it's at 1, it can come in clutch. Unexplored Winds, like I mentioned, I don't think I mentioned earlier. If you tribute summon a monster that requires 2 tributes, you can actually send a card your opponent controls as one of the tributes. So you only have to use 1 monster that you control. Also, it gives you kind of like a mulligan thing where you can reveal Winged Beast in the hand, put them on the bottom of the deck, draw that many cards. But it is only up to 2. So it's either 1 or 2 cards. I mean, it's not bad. It's great. I have used it before to put like my banished ones back in to get my combo lines again and get my searches. But yeah, I mean, that is it for the spells. We'll move on to the couple traps that we're running. Not too many. It's actually only 4. And it is 3 Imperm and a single Dreaming Town. So Imperm's self-explanatory. It's Imperm. More monster effect negation, column negation for spell and traps. And then the Dreaming Town, during the main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon a level 4 or lower winged beast monster. So you immediately get to start your lines again, especially if you get out the M-Pen to search this. It's perfect. You'll get to get the Avion, I said Apon, the Avion negate, or, you know, the Snow Book of Moon, depending on what you need. And it's perfect. Or if you want to get another M-Pen and add on with Board Wind for next turn, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, no one's stopping you. Yeah, but this card's great. And then if you tribute summon a monster and this card's in the grave, you can banish it and then Book of Moon your opponent's entire field. So if I have this card, I typically don't go into Snow because you can get the Snow, but sometimes the Snow is the better play if you need to make sure that if your opponent has a follow-up, they can't do it. That is actually it for the main deck. It is a 40 card even. And just to let you guys know, you can run whatever extra deck you want. This is actually the extra deck for this, and it is just the Cyber Dragon structure deck stuff. I don't really want to spend the money to make an extra deck for this one. It doesn't really need it. It's just fodder. So yeah, this can be whatever you want. You can have Zeus, you can have Assembled Nightingale to attack directly, and then the Downward Magician, and then Zeus, so you have a 2 board wipe Zeus. But just remember, you activate the birds effects. You can't actually special summon that turn. So you have to do it either immediately, so as a follow-up, if your opponent passes and you have little birds still on the field, or just you'll have to wait a turn anyway. So yeah, that is actually it for my Floowandereeze deck. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did like it, I would appreciate if you left a like down below to really let me know that you did enjoy what you saw here today. Anyways, if you want to subscribe for more content like this in the future, or more deck profiles, or if you have suggestions to help me improve this deck, because I do love tribute monsters, it's my favorite summoning mechanic in the entire game. Second would probably be synchros. Let me know. I'd be more than happy to hear read some comments and just see what you guys think. You guys have any suggestions? I mean, I'd love to hear them. I know the Samorg stuff, the Samorg Bird of Perfection is kind of cool right now with the Elbor's Land of Samorg, but I'm not really feeling it. I like to play it more pure, because if I drop that stuff, I kind of lose hand trap stuff, and I don't kind of want to lose my hand trap space. But yeah, anyways, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.